We hear a lot about red flags with regards to scamming birth mothers, but what about red flags with adoption professionals, specifically adoption agencies? So let's talk about that today on All About Adoption. Hi, we've not had an opportunity to meet. I'm Stephanie A. I'm the founder and executive director here at Adoption Beyond. I'm also an adoptive mama. We help expecting and hopeful adoptive families from pregnancy to placement and beyond, and we help them through our step-by-step process. So the first thing to watch out for a red flag with an adoption agency is they don't require any education and training. Oh, that's just awful. We are such a huge agency on education and training, and a lot of times our families are like, oh, I don't want to do that, but all of them have come back and said, oh my gosh, that was so helpful. I'm so glad you made us go through that adoption education and training. And we've taken a lot of time and thought and effort in the education that we require our families to take. And it's really to your benefit and to your future child's benefit as well. They offer to hold a child for you with a deposit of money while you get your paperwork done. And that is just no. It's no. There is, I'm going to guess, about one baby for every 60 families looking to adopt. Now, since we've gone through COVID, where adoptions went down by 95% for most of the nation. And so there is so many adoptive families for every baby that there would be no reason for an adoption agency to ask you to put money down to hold a child specifically for you when there is 59 other families behind you who are ready to move forward with that placement. So that is a big red flag. Don't do anything like that. They create false urgency. They tell you, you have to make a decision in the next 24 hours or we're moving on. And so yet, while you do need to make a decision because that mama deserves to be matched with a family and have a family that is committed to her, but 24 hours, pretty quick. We usually give families 48 hours and sometimes some agencies give you 72 hours to make a decision on whether to move forward. But when they want you to make an immediate decision or a decision within 24 hours, that is just simply too fast to make this kind of an informed decision, particularly if you're having to put down thousands of dollars to match with that particular mama. You want to feel secure in moving forward. So don't be careful of people who give false urgency in an adoption situation. If they promise wait times and that just seem too good to be true, because chances are they are too good to be true. Now, are there tools and techniques that agencies can do to help you reduce the wait time that you will have for an adoption, or to give you tips and tools on how to be able to adopt more quickly? Absolutely, yes. But when they are promising that you're going to have a placement within a month or even 6 months, it's just too good to be true. And be careful of people who make those kind of promises. Be careful of an agency who downplays any concerns about an adoption situation. They should really be up and honest and be really upfront and discuss the risk and to not downplay any of it. And that way you can make an informed decision about whether this is the right match for you. So be careful of agencies who really downplay the red flags and the concerns that are in the adoption match. And the last one to really be aware of is just to be concerned about child placing agencies or non-child placing agencies who don't provide post-adoption support to you or the birth parents. That is something that is very key to everyone's health and well-being, and helping people get through particularly the birth parents get through the grief process, is to offer post-adoption support. And if you're working with an adoption professional, if you're working with an agency, chances are they do have some kind of post-adoption support, but not always. But if you definitely are not working with a child placing agency, then it's really going to be concerning that your mom, birth mother, probably is not going to have, or birth parents probably are not going to have post-adoption support. So it will be really important that you find those services. So when families are working with our agency, we have that support available to the mamas that we work with, and to, even if our families are doing a self-networking and private adoption, those post-adoption services are still available to their birth mother as well. So be sure that's really important to your placement process. I'm going to link to a resource on how to choose an adoption agency. So I hope you found this helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.